Right, well, more executive terminals, nanofab vestibule, but we have no money, and a server farm. Server farm is 11 hours away. I'm kind of almost tempted to hit up this nanofab just because it's here. It's like 5 hours, we get the chance to do more missions. I don't know how I feel about it though. This would take us almost straight into... Actually, this would take us one more mission in day one. I'm honestly kind of torn about what to do here. I'd say we don't have an urgent need for programs right now, so I'm going to say we're going to do the nanofab and possibly just not buy a whole lot of stuff.
Not all nanofabs are created equal. The one at this location is a more versatile model used to make more complex items. Just think of the wonderful toys we could make.
Corporate firewall breached.
So, nanofab vestibule. Ordinarily, a nanofab will give you one augment, one weapon, and two like miscellaneous equipment items, and one medgel and one chargeback. The enhanced nanofab that you'll find in these missions will give you 4 augments and 4 weapons, as well as the other stuff. I think possibly it has a higher chance to drop high-level equipment as well. I'm not certain about that though. Yeah, see, this door right here, this is exactly the kind of thing that ENDS runs. So I'm just gonna sit here with the taser out before we do anything. Okay. For all their other sins, guards in this game, at least in most of the early stages, can usually be relied upon to have fairly simplistic 2-stage patrols. I feel like there should be somebody in here. Really, there's 3 consoles in this room. Oh, man, that's annoying. What is that the power supply to, though? I mean, there's a bunch of consoles here, and we can probably deal with it. I mean, it's going to be annoying whenever we have to do it. I was so sure there'd be more stuff down there. Okay. Big room is big. I'm just gonna eat this.
Warning, demon installed.
4 turns. Three now. Oh, finally. Wondering where the hell everybody is. I don't even have a comment on this. This is just kind of ridiculous. I mean, we could lure whoever through that door and ambush them. The prison would probably get seen, there'd be an alert, there'd be a whole thing. Man, this is annoying. Okay, he's not actually in that bit. Ooh. Right. That's odd. Okay. Well. Yeah. That's what I thought. Where do we explore first? That's a safe. I'm gonna hold on that for a while. Why must these levels all be so big? My entire strategy here is centered around like scouting everything out quickly and hitting it all up immediately with my rapier program. Its whole thing is you get in quick, and it's efficient to deal with. The longer you take, the harder it gets. But no. Okay, that's the nanofab room.
Alarm level 1. Additional cameras activated. Surveillance level increased.
That is not actually an urgent priority. I can afford to wait a turn for literally half the power. That's not a good time to hit that console though. Okay, I've moved International up to a door with no AP remaining, so I'm just gonna... You know how it is. What's going on in there? Is there another guy in there? I don't like this at all. Right. Yeah, I'm really not happy about how that modulate situation turned out. Is that that's a drone in there. Right, now that we're back to sane power costs. Ah, authority. Wait, where the... Oh god, there's a whole other room. Of course there is. Now, to do about this. Authority is irritating, Authority means every time you open a safe, it'll place an investigation prompt on your location. It's very manageable, but it's like this whole thing. Now, if that really is just a drone in there... Always be very careful about making long paths in this game, because the AI will run you straight through the red zone if it thinks it'll get you to your destination in less steps. And sometimes that's what you want. Now, we don't actually need to bother that drone, really. There's a lot of power in that console. I think this is going to be one of those things that we're better off just dealing with it. 5 turns of alarm safes. Oh right, and it makes yeah, on top of it doing that thing, it also makes the alarm tracker go up every time you open a safe, so that's incredibly annoying. I'm assuming the exit is down here somewhere, because that's the objective room, that's usually a dead end. Is that a database of some kind? Ah, great, yes, the console database. Yeah, I don't think we need that. I think we can live without that. So I'm feeling like the exit is probably down here. So I'm feeling we're gonna send Prism into the nanofab room, do however much shopping, get out, and then violence this guy and hit that safe on the way out. As long as we can get Internash out of there, this should be a completely acceptable strategy. Okay, fine, I'll hit that camera. It's only going to annoy me anyway. Like, I presume somebody's going to come and investigate that safe, but nobody seems to be going for it. Which makes me jumpy, because I don't like not knowing exactly what the guards are doing. Like, why? There we go. That was odd. Yeah, good old drones facing directly into a corner. I don't know if I bothered to demonstrate this last time, but you can steal from drones, and what they carry is electricity. You can just pickpocket the watts from them. I'm not really sure how that works, but whatever. Hackers stealing your watts? It's more likely than you think. Okay, now I see what's going on down here. Question is, can I continue my undiscovered status? Like, I could walk down here and I could walk a little ways into this room, but without knowing what's in that room, I have no way of knowing if there's anywhere safe to hide in there with the AP that I have. We can try violence. I think this is all going to depend somewhat heavily on a little distraction gambit. But I'm going to...
Did you hear that?
Then I must know what you're going to do. And you? Excellent. We haven't managed to pickpocket anyone yet, so like I don't know if... Yeah, okay, yeah, there's the elevator. Well, I don't know what I was expecting. Right, and we need to hit some safe so we can actually have some spending money.
Looking around. Guess it was nothing, huh? I'm just a little twitchy today.
Alarm level 2. Fire levels increased. Data security enhanced.
Hello? What are you doing? Can't be. Okay, no, you are just patrolling. Good. I was slightly worried that he was gonna go and poke around up there, but nope. Okay, we are not broke. Okay, that's gonna get noticed, but I don't think that really matters in the great scheme of things.
Did you
Unlocked nanofab located. We found what we came for.
Oh, great. So yeah, guards kind of cheat when it comes to seeing doors. Like, if they're only watching one side of the door, like if it's only one side is in there noticed, then they always know what side of the door you're operating from, and they will always flag your side of it for investigation, even when there's absolutely no good way for them to know what side of it you did open them from. I mean, these are sliding doors, for God's sake. Anyway, that's a chunky use of 9 power. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh right, sorry, did I say they only gave you 2 extra items? I'm sorry, they give you 6 items, including in addition to the charge pack and the med gel. So, we've got some stuff in here. Anatomy analysis is decent if you're in the situational situation of doing lethal runs a lot. It lets you use 3 power in order to not advance the alarm tracker when you kill someone. You still have to pay the 50 credit cost. I don't like it. Net downlink is nice. It gives you up to 6 extra AP a turn when a firewall goes down. So, handy. The question is it handy enough? This is a nice +1 armor piercing to melee, it's pretty self-explanatory, and this thing. This is usually the linchpin of my deeper endless mode runs. This puts it's not quite an EMP, it's just a KO. It's a 2-turn KO in a 3-tile area. It's actually quite confusingly displayed, but it is 3 tiles around you. That ignores armor and KOs enemies, and it triggers when you become cloaked. That can be a hell of a thing. These are just weapons, these are just shooty guns. We got an armor-piercing one, and we got an ordinary gun with 3 bullets, which I think is the most efficient ordinary lethal weapon you can get, with one exception, kind of. And this is the very basic model, so that's pretty pointless. And we got a Volt Disruptor, which doesn't have a cooldown, but eats 3 power every time you use it. I'm honestly kind of disappointed by all this. Like, this is all... I mean, maybe I could stand to have a Buster Chip, it could be handy. Scan Chip is pretty... it's very underwhelming for what it gets you. Hologram Projector is possibly obscenely useful, but I never remember to use it, and I'm always holding out for the Stim 3, so... If I was more flush with cash, I would maybe hold on to a net downlink for a while. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Oh, let's buy that. And we'll just give it to Prism.
Augment installed.
There. At least we got something out of this.
Mainframe device.
We must have triggered something in their telemetry. They're toggling the power onto some of the devices we've taken.
Right. This is moderately annoying. Among other things, we have to... Oh right, it hasn't actually come back on yet. So one of those guys is going to come and try and investigate in here. And I don't know where is appropriate to hide. We're going to need to come down here anyway, so that's basically all fine. And that's the power supply. Okay, that's going to be annoying. We've got another console if I need it. What was that? The beam just came on while there was a guard standing in it, which ordinarily shouldn't do anything. I don't know if that triggered something.
Yeah, we got nothing.
Now, as I recall, this guy down here is stationary, he doesn't move. And he is capable of noticing that door. So... I'm feeling violence as the answer to this one.
Hey, what was that?
And I don't know why I go to the trouble of pickpocketing him before we knock him out, but what are you going to do? And I do not believe that we will be able to get to safety with that little movement, so that's going to have to wait till next turn. Okay, so what's going on here? Rebooting 6 on the wall? I've never seen this before. Like, the power supply is on and running, but the laser wall is busted somehow? Whatever. You're going to come that way, and we can just violence him too, just for convenience. Oh, hello. There's more stuff down here. Oh, that's annoying. Well, we'll have to figure out our plan for that. This would have been a great time to have that buster chip, but whatever. He's going to be like, hey, what was that? And then he's going to be like, hey, what was that over here? And there, the display is wigging out. Some of this stuff should be hidden, yeah. What is going on with my tile colouring subroutines here? And depending on what way he ends up facing, we might have an easier or a harder time actually getting out of here next turn. Excuse me. Why did you not attack him?
Now we got nothing. What was that?
Great, now everyone's coming to check it out. Nothing's ever fucking easy, is it? Oh right, he's armoured. Right. Yeah, see, I promised you failure. Well, now we have to deal with this, I guess. That guy is going to come in and he's going to go around and he's going to be like, It's going to be a whole thing for Prism not to get seen. Right, well... like, fucking armor. I can't believe I forgot about armor. Now, priorities here. Gotta hit all these safes. I'm not really fussed about the nanofab at this point because, like, it's going to be a bunch of power to get in it, and we don't have a lot of money because we kind of spent it all at the other one. It is very funny that we're going around this way, but like he's gonna go look that way. Is he gonna see us over here? I don't know. I don't know how safe I feel about that. I think we might want to skip this safe down here just as a precaution. And of course these guys, they're going to go and investigate, and as long as we don't get seen again, they're going to run off and investigate somewhere else, which may actually help us. Okay, depending on where this guy comes out, this is going to be easier or harder. And the guard that patrols is not like an enforcer. He comes out not alerted and not investigating. He's been assigned a patrol route, and he's going to walk to it. Okay, yeah, you have fun in there. You haven't pickpocketed either of these guys either, which strikes me as a oversight. Hey, another console. No time though. What's the best thing to do with International at this point? You don't want to tempt fate by getting ourselves noticed down here. Does that guy have... Oh right, no, that's the camera. So it's going to be, what, 12 firewalls now, or 12 power, to hit that nanofab, which I'm really not fussed about at this point. So unless this new guard decides to patrol right the hell down here, we have probably, at this point, salvaged my monumental fuck-up.
We're checking things out.
Investigating the area.
You're now going to come out. Yeah, you're going around there. Great. And you... Oh, that's kind of annoying, but... I mean, I guess we could sit on him, but... And this guy? Yeah, okay, he's going... Right, he's going to the nanofab. Okay, that's fine. Annoyingly, we can't bring Prism out because that will get her seen. I mean, I guess we could violence both of these guys and then that guy's not gonna see them. I don't think International has enough AP to violence this guy and drag him out of sight. But Prism can just keep an eye out here. Okay. We have the enormous good fortune to be more or less next to the elevator at this point. Okay. Now we hit him. Right. Yes. Now we hit him. Hey, found the pass card. And yeah, we are not getting in that nanofab. No one ever pickpocketed this guy, but... I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. This guy might be about to come out of that room and fuck everything up enormously if he does. Like, it just struck me that it's technically possible for Prism to get out here and pickpocket him, but I think this is now thoroughly into pushing our luck territory, frankly. We got one nice little shopping trip out of this mission. Drone's just like, yeah, up here's clear. Don't mind all the open safe doors, it's all fine. Cheese it. Another perfect crime.
Nice haul, operator. Everything is useful if you're resourceful enough.
Idly, I wonder if I should have put the net downlink on International instead of Prism, because she's going to be doing a lot more dedicated scouting stuff. But as is, especially with our rapier setup, Prism is going to be great at just spotting things. Hello.
Real motivated seller. You won't beat this price.
Wow. Distributed processing is one of the only things in this entire game that's based on any kind of like actual mid-mission RNG. And it does exactly what it says. You have a 50% chance to gain a power point at the beginning of every turn. And yeah, you can have a bunch of them installed if you want. The problem is, it eats up a slot. And like, I don't know, we've kind of got other things to be doing, so I think I'm going to pass on it for now. Now, do I continue pumping International's console hacking ability? Because, you know, this really goes up. Or, like, we don't need much more carrying capacity at this point. Could stand to have, you know, the extra credits when stealing. And of course there's always the humble movement point. I think I'm going to give International an extra AP. Prism can have her own fun. And I wonder if we have, now that Internash has this, whether it's not worth just giving her the Cloaking Rig 1 to hold on to, just as a emergency.
Pattern analysis inconclusive. Please supply additional information.
I think we've seen this one as well.